All right, so what do we think the regression is to banded RDLs? RDLs, perfect. Okay, so not everyone's going to be on a banded RDL. Okay, the reason being is that when that bar is banded and people stand up, if they're being relaxed, the bands are going to tear the bar straight out of their hands. Okay, so I guess accommodating resistance got popularized by Westside Barbell, right? Louis Simmons and crew. Lots of ways you can do it. Okay, it can be chains, it can be bands, and also it sort of comes from our eccentric training. So we know that, right, that strongest position is our eccentric loading. We can eccentrically load more than we can concentrically load. So the idea with eccentric training, let's say if I had really heavy weights down to a point and then I get a lift or a help to pick it back up again. Now, accommodated resistance is slightly different in that we're following our strength curves. So if you think about the squat, this is the hardest part of the squat, getting from here back to here. As I get higher, I start to gain a mechanical advantage and I start to speed up. So what happens with the band is that the band is the opposite. So at the bottom, the band is the most relaxed. And as I drive up, the band starts to kick in and I have to start working harder again, all the way back up to the bands at their hardest position. So I'm under tension the whole time. So where we say, right, theoretically, just working from here to here, I could lift supramaximally or above 1 RM. With the bands, I now have to start working harder and harder to get to the top. So there's papers on it that say it doesn't necessarily have an advantage to any other style of training, okay? There's no negatives to it, but if you look at Westside Barbell, they've got over 850 world records, maybe over 1,000 world records in that gym, and they swear by it, right? Some guys say as soon as they started doing accommodated resistance, weights went through the roof. Now, whether that's just a new stimulus on the body, so be it, right? But at the same time, it's really, really fun. So the way we set up, right, is here in our rack pull. Okay, you're probably going to need to throw some bands on. That's pretty lightweight. Everyone just whip through and have a go at that. But